When you think about a church service, you might imagine something like this. A building, a congregation, people sitting in pews. But what if you didn't have to go to church?
What if all of this was online?
Mike's in the house.
What's up, DJ?
What's up, Mike?
How you doing?
Good, bro. That is wild. Hold on, I'm getting a picture. Wait, just chilling.
If you're just coming in for the first time ever and you have no idea what you just ran into, basically this is a church on Twitch and is specifically for gamers.
So I'm watching a church service that is streaming on a website called Twitch, which is usually used to live stream video games. Now, this church has existed since 2014, and it's reached up to 100,000 people on the platform. And believe it or not, this is not the only digital church service out there. I'm in Tacoma, Washington to meet with Daniel, who started a church online on a video gaming platform.
Oh gosh, look, so here we have a troll here that's spamming God isn't real.
Oh my God.
So, like, that's just disrespectful and stuff, right? You don't come
How do you kick someone out?
So basically what I did is I muted her, so she can't chat anymore. You can rejoin next time. Please don't troll.
American millennials especially are much less likely to pray or attend church regularly or even to consider religion an important part of their lives. Daniel started his church when he was 11 on a website called Roblox, which allows users to create their own games.
This is the Robloxian Christians group. We are a non-denominational church that has been serving the Roblox community since 2011.
And today, there are over 15,000 people who are members of the church Daniel created.
This is our home church. And this is what our characters kind of look like, they're little blocky little things.
So how did you get an idea to start an online church?
One day I realized, I just felt like looking for a group to join. And I was thinking about what kind of things am I interested in? And one of the things I was interested in was my faith. It kind of evolved into us praying for each other and worshiping in game, singing songs in virtual text chat. It was kind of like the first online church service that I had experienced. This is my room here.
Has your faith always been a big part of your life?
I have a kind of history of people in my family that have been involved in the faith. Like my great-great-great-grandfather started our church. My grandpa was a pastor for a while, and I guess I am now too,
Daniel goes to church twice on Sundays, first in person with his family, and then again on Roblox.
When I'm really in the heart of preaching or I'm praying for someone online, it may not feel like I'm physically there, but it really pulls on my heart, I think. I'm able to connect with people on a deeper level than how I feel like I connect at church in real life.
Members of Daniel's church are from 50 different countries, and the majority are middle and high schoolers.
As a broader church, we're just not attracting the young people as we have in the past. Meeting young people online, if it's on Roblox or it's in virtual reality, meeting people where they're at is really powerful.
The church on Roblox has created a digital community where people can come together to practice their faith. But just 1,000 miles south of Tacoma, a pastor has found an even more immersive way for people to worship online.
Good to see everyone. Feel free to dance. Last week I saw some people doing some really cool moves. Get your emoji out. If this is your first time here, do one of these little hand things for first-time visitors. All right, I see some people on this side. I got some over here on that side. We got some hearts and some clapping for you guys. Nothing but love for everyone in here. All right, everyone. Want to welcome you to Virtual Reality Church. What's up? It's good to see all you beautiful avatars out there. Hey, what's up? Welcome. Come on in.
Right.
This is the Soto travel trailer. It's about 30 feet long. It's kind of like a mini apartment. We got a living room here. Kids are playing some video game, playing some Minecraft. I got my little setup here for VR church. I use the Oculus Rift. These are one of the two main high resolution headsets.
Are you the first
virtual reality church?
Yes, we are like the first church in virtual reality.
For the past year, DJ, his wife, and his 4 children have lived out of an RV and traveled across the country spreading the word about their new church.
So my wife and I, we led a church in Pennsylvania. We were part of a mega church there. It was hard to define this turmoil within us to go from our comfortable environment, which was at the mega church where we had a salary and benefits, and to leave that to start something new. And we didn't know what new meant. We thought that meant starting new churches, across America. And at the same time, VR started to come out. And I remember reading about the Oculus Rift, and I was thinking to myself, just kind of as a techie nerd, I was like, oh man, I gotta try it out. And so I wasn't even thinking VR church or anything, just it would be fun to have one.
Tell me how you found out that a virtual reality church was possible.
When the social platforms started coming out in virtual reality, specifically AltSpace VR, and when I went in there, I was just amazed by you could create your own space, you can invite people to that space. And so when I saw that, I thought, oh, we have to have a church in virtual reality. And so that was on a Friday, and then on Sunday, 2 days later, I had my first church service in VR, and only 5 people showed up. The first visitor was an atheist from Denmark. There's my avatar.
Whoa, you look cool.
I chose a little robot. There's different ones you can pick. You can pick humans. Okay. Like this guy right here, Shane, he's a human. And if you're just popping in, this is your first time, we want to welcome you. I kind of feel like I need to say this in a deep announcer's voice, previously in virtual reality church, because we've been going through the book of Luke. So let me have a word of prayer, a blessing for everyone in here. And then after I pray, feel free to unmute your mics and let's hang out and chat and meet some new people. And thanks so much for being part of church today. Let's pray.
Sometimes there'll be tech glitches, and I just hear him say the most random things that you would never hear anyone say in an actual church. So, like, hey, Mike, what happened to your arms? Your arms disappeared. Or are you stuck in the grass there? You're stuck in the grass again.
Tell me what the difference is for you, just your experience and how you feel being a pastor in a VR church versus a more traditional environment.
In virtual reality, I think that people are more authentic because they have their avatar. There's a sense of anonymity with that avatar, and then the conversations are very authentic. So I've had some pastor friends really question whether you can have real relationships in VR, but I think you absolutely can. And I think that's because of the nature of the platform, that people can feel comfortable speaking about anything. How you doing? Is your surgery coming up?
Okay, how are you?
Good.
Yep.
Oh man. All right, we'll pray for you
I'm
for sure.
looking forward to it, yep.
After seeing DJ do the service, I wanted to experience it for myself. So I asked if I could speak to 2 members of his congregation.
Are you guys here every Sunday? And where are you from, actually?
I'm from Georgia.
Okay.
North Georgia.
And I'm from Oregon.
And I live in a little RV and use this as sort of my way to get to church.
How about you, Anne-Marie?
I'm from Oregon, and I'm raising my 9-year-old granddaughter. So she either goes to church with me or goes to church with her mom. And then we come in here.
And so have any of you met in person, or is this just everything kind of on this platform?
We've not met. We're connected through Facebook, so we would recognize us if we saw us on the street, but she's in Oregon and I'm in Georgia.
And so, frankly, I think even in the physical churches, there's maybe a little bit of a fakeness, because we do need to come to church where we kind of sense we might be judged. And so we have this avatar that kind of protects us from the real things that are going on inside of us. I think VR, or the physical world, and VR are going to go hand in hand, and they're going to help each other out.
The thing is, platforms that combine religion and technology are still emerging. But the early adopters I spoke with seem optimistic about the possibilities of finding human connection in the digital space.